guys, my name is Bree. Welcome back to my channel, PoshBri to be exact, on all of my social networks. If you don't already know, on here I'm called is PoshBri. Some of y'all already know that. Today I'm going to be, well, this evening I'm going to be cooking dinner. It's kind of late already and I should have been had dinner ready, but nevertheless I have to work, have a child, all the things. So I'm gonna be cooking dinner strictly using Aldi's food that I bought. I'm in this Aldi's group and they was telling me about how you can get things with a 30% off tag, and I just so happened to be at Aldi's and they had salmon, and the salmon at the Aldi's where I've been at has been sold out a lot, and so I was excited to see it. And not only that, they had a 30% off tag. So let me show y'all. So here it is. This is, I don't even know if it's showing it in the correct way, but I got this salmon for 30% off. The ticket right there, I got it for 30% off of the price of being $8.91. Sounds like you couldn't pass up on that, but it says I have to use it by today. So I'm gonna figure out what I want to do with this, and I'm gonna ask Chat to tell me what I should do with this salmon, because I don't really know how I want to cook it tonight. I have multiple ideas in which I want to make the salmon, or how I want to make the salmon, but I don't know which one exactly I want to do. So I'm like, I'm gonna ask Chat, and I'm gonna put the screen recording somewhere right here, asking Chat like what I should do, or giving me some ideas. I'm gonna pick from one, I'm gonna make it my way, and then we're gonna get this video rolling. So let's go ahead, we're gonna get Chat open right now. So let's see what, okay, what, I'm trying to figure out how should I ask Chat. What are some salmon ideas to go with mac and cheese? Let's see what she says. Let's see. Okay, so we got blackened salmon, garlic butter salmon, ooh, honey glazed salmon. I think that is the one I want to do right here. It's that honey glazed salmon. But let's go through the rest of the list. We got lemon herb salmon, crispy panko. I've had that before once, and I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't that great. Not that it's nasty, but I think this is the way I prepped it, and it didn't come out that great. So I gotta try again on that, but I don't think I'm gonna do that tonight because I want something that's a little bit more like quick to the point. So barbecue salmon and smoked salmon. I think the one that I have highlighted, I think that's the one that I'm going to do tonight, which is going to be that honey glazed salmon. So I'm going to go ahead and get the ingredients and stuff pulled out right now, and then I'll be back. So for starters, I'm going to go ahead and pull out my pat because, like I said, I don't think I said exactly what I'm making for dinner. So I just said the salmon is one of the things that I was going to be cooking, right? And let me move the camera up because y'all can't see me talk. So the salmon was one of the things that I'm going to be cooking, but I have a taste for mac and cheese. Everybody's been having a taste for mac and cheese, I think. So I'm going to make some mac and cheese and salmon and some broccoli to go with all of that. And so right now I'm about to go ahead and boil these noodles. And if y'all want to know how I make my mac and cheese, that video is already on my page. So I'm not going to go through the whole steps of how I make the mac and cheese. I'm just going to get it done and get it out the way with what I have. So anyway, y'all gonna hear her in the background because she is with me. But when I put the mac and cheese in the oven, I can be getting started on the salmon. And this is, I would say it's a pretty quick meal. It's not something that should require a lot of my time, for real, for real. Also, I keep my noodles, I don't know if anybody else likes to do that, but I know I do. And I think I have just enough elbow noodles. Hopefully this should be enough. I'm really hoping it's enough because I did not get more elbow noodles. But I'm also gonna do a small container. I'm not gonna do a big container. I am gonna make macaroni. I'm gonna do a small container and not a big container of the macaroni because after a while we get tired of the macaroni. But as you hear, somebody in the background wants macaroni. She's been asking for macaroni for days and I kept telling her to just wait. I hope y'all can see me better because I realized that there was a smudge on my camera, and so I had to clean that off. But anyway, I got the ingredients and stuff out, and I'm actually about to go ahead and put the noodles on. So I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to wait for those noodles to be ready, and I'm gonna make the macaroni. And I need to get some more of it, to be honest, but like I said, this is just me making something that we all been having a taste for, And well, I've mostly been having a taste for, well, we all been having a taste for, I like making salmon. And also this was really inexpensive. I would say it was less than $15 to make this meal. I just really been having a taste for salmon, and we be trying to be budget friendly, and I'm trying to come back with the cooking videos like I used to. Don't mind my daughter in the background, because if you have a toddler, you understand. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut up these this cheese and, you know, get on with that, because I need to get this done, and I need to get her fed, and I need to get fed, and yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this chopped up. So you guys, I just wanted to add, while I'm cutting up this cheese, my husband says I can't cut, to be honest. I know that I suck at cutting, and I know that I should probably work on it, and probably the way I cut is, I'm not even gonna say probably, the way I cut things, like I love to cook, and cooking is my thing, but cutting, it's not my thing. But I know that I need to learn how to do it the proper way, because I have a child, and eventually she's going to be cooking. She's already showing interest in cooking with me, but I know for sure that I need to learn how to cook. I mean, not cook. I need to learn how to cut things properly, because I want to be able to show her how to do it the right and safe way, and not the way that I do it. And you know, I'm not even gonna sit right here and act like I wasn't taught properly how to cut. I just always did what was comfortable for me, and not necessarily what was the right way to do it. So whenever somebody see me cut stuff, or if I'm cooking for friends, family, whoever, and they're like, you can cook, but you can't cut worth anything, and you know, I already know that, like, it's nothing new, but that's okay. And like, you know, drop in the comments if it's something that you do really well, but this a error that you have that other people's like, I mean, you do this really good, but that could have been done differently. But anyway, we neither here nor there. I got my cheeses cut up. I didn't use that much cheese. I only, like I said, I'm only doing a small thing of mac and cheese. I have my baking dish, and I'm about to just go ahead and pop this macaroni and cheese in. The noodles are almost done. It actually turns out I do have more than enough noodles, because like I said, I'm not doing a big casserole of mac and cheese. I'm just doing just enough for us three, because it's just me, my husband, and my 2-year-old. She's but so big, and she eats, y'all. She eats a lot. Let me tell you that she does eat a lot, but she don't eat enough where I need a big old cast iron. Like, I just want enough for us to have some leftovers for tomorrow, and then we go on, because today is Friday. Usually I do Sunday dinners. Y'all hear that timer? Okay, that is my timer. Stop. That's my timer for the noodles. So that means the noodles is done. Where was I at? I had to stop recording for a quick bit because I had to go check on my daughter. So on Fridays, sometimes I like to cook, because my hours and stuff like that, it has me like really busy. So it really depends. Sometimes we'll eat out, or my husband will cook, or I'll cook when I get off, or you know, the day before we still have leftovers. But trying to cut back on eating out, because I don't know if you all deal with the same thing that I feel like I'm dealing with, or we're dealing with. When you order out, the food just don't taste the same. Even when we go out to eat, which is very rare, like if we go physically to go pick up the food, to go physically to the restaurant and sit there and eat, it just seems like a lot of people are stressed, or they don't make the food with as much love and care as we would make when we make the food at home. So I just learned that maybe I should save more money anyway. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do, y'all, is I'm going to make some roasted broccoli. I came up with this idea, and I seen this, well, I didn't see this, but I came up with this idea because one day this was years ago, I had ordered some like it was like a veggie bowl or something. It was like a salad, and it had like roasted broccoli, well rather it had roasted kale, slightly roasted broccoli, and some like craisins and other things like that in it. And I was like, oh, that's so good. Like, I think like I want to try to reinvent that, but in my own way. And then ever since then, I make like this roasted broccoli with craisins, and I add Parmesan and stuff like that. And if y'all wondering, I already cleaned and rinsed the broccoli off camera, because I'm not gonna put no water on my camera, you hear me? Yeah, so I was like, you know what, that sounds pretty good. Like, I think I want to actually try that. So what I do with the broccoli is I'll like lightly add some olive oil to it, and I'll throw it in the oven. But now that I got an air fryer, I don't necessarily have to do that. So I got the broccoli in there. Now I'm just cleaning up my space, and now I'm about to get into the most exciting part for me, which is this salmon, because that's the most time consuming, that's the most exciting part, and I think that's the part that you guys were probably looking for the most. My mac and cheese is looking good, my broccoli is on, my dishwasher is finished in the back. So now I'm on the most exciting part, which is making this salmon. So I'm going to take the salmon out the pack. Got my salmon out the pack. If you're wondering what this is right here, I made too much cheese sauce. But anyway, personally, I don't mind the skin on, so I'm going to leave the skin on before I season this up, because I want to make sure it's nice and ready when I do season it. I want to make my sauce mixture first. I'm gonna wash my hands because I literally just touched the salmon, and I'll be back. So I have my little bowl. So I know on chat it says to make some honey glazed salmon, but I think I want to make some brown sugar honey glazed salmon. Or should I just do honey glazed salmon? I don't know. You know what? I think I'm gonna just follow what the recipe or the suggested that chat says to see how it tastes. But I think I also kind of want to add my own little spice to it. And if y'all don't know, I like to add my own little spice to everything. So what I'm gonna start off with is some Worcestershire. How do you actually say this? Because somebody put it in the comments, because everybody says it a little different, but I don't know. So I'm gonna add a little Worcestershire to it. Ooh, I need to get some more soy sauce too, but some soy sauce in there, just a little. And Scarlet, using my baby spoon because it was like I literally just like unloaded the dishwasher and put it in there, so I'm like whatever. And now I'm gonna add just a little bit of brown sugar. So I got a spoon. I'm gonna just add this, a little brown sugar, not too much, not too much. And I'm gonna mix this all around. I feel like the camera's not focusing. So I'm gonna put this to the side, wipe the counter down, check the mac and cheese. The mac and cheese is looking mac and cheesy. So now, let me flip this around so y'all can see it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up. I feel like I wash my hands a lot when I'm cooking. Is that just me? I'm trying to decide if I want to cut it this way or this way. This way or this way. I'll do it this way. So I got these pieces cut up, and now I'm about to wash my hand again. But now I am going to turn the oven stove top back on, letting this warm up. Okay, so now that this is just about warmed up, I am going to go ahead and put these put the salmon in there, skin down. Doesn't it look beautiful? Woo. Alrighty, so now it's time for me to flip them. But let me show you guys. Can you see that? Ooh. But anyway, so I got these flipped over. And now what I'm going to do is, because I want the flavors to really get up in there, I'm going to put the honey glaze on there now. The honey brown sugar glaze, and let that cook into the salmon while it's cooking. To really give it that flavor. I'm making multiple plates at the same time, but y'all gonna get to see one at a time as I do it. I am going to put broccoli on here. I usually do it with tongs if I'm serving someone else, but since I'm home and this is gonna be for me and my husband and my hands are clean, I don't mind doing it with my fingers. But if I had guests over, I would do it with tongs. So the first thing I like to do, I got this broccoli, roasted broccoli on here. I've just went on and pre-opened my Parmesan cheese. And now, you know, no knocking until you try it. I'm gonna put some craisins on here. So I'm gonna take some craisins and I sprinkle it on here. Believe it or not, my husband was looking at me like, what is this mixture? This was years ago when I was making him a meal and he was just like, what is that? And I was like, you can't knock it until you try it. And then so I made this mixture, and then I took and I add like a little bit of smoked paprika. I don't do like too much. Like I do a little smoked paprika. I already, when I roasted it, I had added a little smoked paprika, and I added some pepper. When it comes to like my veggies and stuff, I'll just do a little pepper, maybe salt if I feel like it needs that, but I don't even really do salt. I'm not really a person that uses a lot of salt, so it's more like pepper and herb like oregano, basil, something like that, and maybe some garlic powder. It depends. But this is how it's looking with the broccoli, the cheese, and the craisin. You have to roast it. It tastes good like this. If it's steamed, highly rate against it, but if it's roasted, I think it tastes good like that. So there's that. And now I need to get a spatula. So now I'm going to add some mac and cheese, which is done, onto the plate. And boy, is it creamy and cheesy, because that's how I like my mac and cheese. And now I'm going to add a piece of salmon. So thick. And then I put the salmon over the mac and cheese and spoon that sauce on. And then I'm going to get a picture of how it looks, and I'm going to also show you guys a recording of how it looks. So definitely let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. It was a little bit all over the place because I have my daughter in the background. It's late and I'm just trying to, you know, get things done. Also show you guys like this was really budget friendly, believe it or not. Even though salmon was included in this was budget friendly. So I wanted to show you guys this. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'm planning on making more videos like this. Let me know if you enjoyed it, if you did see this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys on my next video. And bye.